Hi, hello, my lovely viewers. Tis I, Julian Greystoke, author and developmental editor, and today I'm here to answer one of your questions. A little while ago, I asked people what types of videos they would like to see, and someone said that as a pantser, which I am, pantser is the same as discovery writer. I know some people hate the word pantser, but I have embraced it because it's silly and I try not to take myself too seriously. But this person said, as a fellow pantser, I really struggle to keep track of things and to know what to write down and what to not write down, and struggles with keeping up with your notes. So they wanted to see what my method is and what my notebook looks like, because they knew that I keep a notebook and I take notes as I write. I write none of this down beforehand, except for there's a few scene ideas that I got after I'd already started drafting the book. I was like, ooh, here's some upcoming scenes that maybe I want to use. I'll throw those in there. But that's it. It's the only thing that was written in advance. This is the Adventurer Mage series book. All 3 Adventurer Mage books information is in here, but I'll mostly just show you stuff from book 1 as much as you can see, because book 1 is already out. You can read it now. If you would like a cozy adventure story, this is like Howl's Moving Castle meets Dragon Age Inquisition, so if that intrigues you, this might be the book for you. But yes, all of my notes for that book, you see how thick that book is, how thick my notebook is for 3 books. And there's still plenty of empty pages in this. You can see how few notes I actually take. But let's look at it because it is super important. One thing I do want to mention is that I both keep notes in here, and as I'm drafting, I keep notes at the bottom of the draft as well. So the information that's in here is also just at the bottom of the page in my draft. I just draft in Word, so I go down to the bottom and I add more stuff, and then I go back to where I am drafting so that I have the information easy at hand to reach in 2 different ways if I need it. Here's my first page. Here's my 2 lead characters, Maeve and Valentine, and you can see how short their entries are. I do not write extensive, lengthy character bios and notes. Let's look at Maeve's. It's got her name, her signature ingredient. If you read the book, you'll understand. And then a very bare bones description of things that I have said about her within the book. So if I say a new thing about her, I then add it to this description. So short, skinny, white, brown hair, blue eyes, freckles on cheeks, brow, and shoulders. I don't even need to write down the length of her hair because I have a pretty solid image of her in my head, and so I know how long her hair is from that. Valentine, he has light blue lightning magic. He's medium height, plump, but can run and fight, curly brown hair, hazel eyes, and has a pocket watch which is silver. And all of this information I got as I was writing, so anytime I added a new piece of description to him, if I described his pocket watch, I would then jot it down in here, pocket watch, silver. So then later when I'm was his pocket watch silver or gold? Shoot. I go in here, I've written it down. Anytime I add a new piece of information, it goes in the book. So we have loads of characters, just characters and their descriptions. Anytime we encounter a new character, they get a little entry, and then anytime I add a new description of them, gets added to their entry. So I usually leave a little bit of space, when I first write down their name, I leave some space between their section and the next section, so I have room to add things. More characters, just loads of characters, loads of characters. We're getting into book 3 here. Loads of characters. So the first section is just all characters, but now we're into world building. Let's see. Cathar, that's the name of the country where Maeve and Valentine spend most of their time. And I have Cathar equals not England and Wales. Because this book has a Victorian setting and it borrows very heavily from historical information from England/Wales at that time period. Cathar is just in my notes, not England and Wales. To be precise, Velish is not Wales. And then I also have things like not India and not Africa. Those don't come up in book 1 really though. And then I have different cities, different countries. Anytime that something is mentioned, for example, there is Sprigga, which is not Ireland. It is not someplace that they ever go or ever check out, but you hear about it in a couple of lines. So I threw in a little entry for it. I also have things like what is the old mage language. In world building, I also have things like stuff about religions, about various cities, about where's the Grand Library It's in Ludwig. And just like all kinds of things that apply to the world, from language to religion to locations to what I named the city and anything that I described in the city. Now, further on, not super further on, I have beta notes for book 1. So as I was getting my notes back from beta readers, I went and wrote down the ones that I was most interested in, the ones I think I was going to implement, or the ones I wanted to, noodle over more. And I put them here. They're all crossed off because I've either implemented them or decided against them. Also, I have a list of my crutch words, or some of them. This is not an exhaustive list, it's just some of my crutch words, especially ones that my betas have identified. More beta notes, so many beta notes. And I have a map, a very ugly map of the camp in book 3, which I will not show you. Some creature sketches from book 3, which I cannot show you. Some words in a language that gets introduced in book 3 that I cannot show you. And some stuff about a religion that happens in book 3. So book 3 was more complicated, so I have a timeline here. And you can see that some things are in pencil, some things are in pen, just whatever, literally whatever writing utensil I had near me at the time is what I wrote with in my notebook. And there are loads and loads more pages as we go through the beta process for book 2. I will be filling those pages with beta notes, and I'm also editing through book 2, so I am still like adding things that I tweaked or changed, or I think one of my cities changed names partway through, and I don't think I remember to write it down here, so that's an issue. But yeah, that's just a tour of my notebook. Every single project that I do gets its own notebook, and I'm not like the other girls. I'm not like the other writers. I don't just go out and buy a bunch of notebooks. When I know I'm going to start a new project, I go buy one singular notebook that seems like it's going to fit that project, and I use it up as best I can. So, yep, that's Adventurer Mage and the notebook that got me through it. So I highly recommend, if you are a pantser, taking notes as you go. Like I said, not a lot of time spent putting things into this book preemptively. Whatever I wrote down on the page during drafting, that's what got into the book. And only the barest bone details that I might need for later to refer back to, like what did I name that city, or where did I say it was located, what colored hair did that character have again, that sort of thing. How many fingers did I chop off of that character? Yes, that is a note that I needed. So I hope that this short little video was fun and informative. By the way, if you would like to purchase a copy of Adventurer Mage, it is available now on Amazon, along with all of my other books. And if you have a draft of your book that you don't know what to do with it next, but you think maybe a developmental editor could help you, hey, hi, hello, I could be that developmental editor. Find me on Fiverr. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see all of you again next time with whatever it is I happen to be doing next time. Bye!
Hey, I got my eye on you.
Water Tribe.
We're back again for more patrons. That's right, it's patron time. I've got my eye on you, patrons like Constantina, Lacknunga, Ruin, Queen of Oblivion, SB Boots, Martha Baggins, July, Bird Anonymous, Sunnyshy, Nico, Sarah, Cat, 78 kilograms of shade, Veda, Roma, Pansing Pony, Julius the Nice Dragon, Haley, Sam, Kira, Kohikaro, Mooney, Pudamancer, Kirsten, Bear, Jojo Bookish, Robin, Ursula, Caitlin, Jessica, KJ, Lafone, Amanda, Celia, Alyssa, Rita, Deborah, Afra, Melissa, Swamp Goblin Waifu, Ashley, Sophia, Maureen, Kit, Hidden Glade, Light Julie, Belle, Anne Sophie, Callison, Shelby, Zaire, Jesper, Rennie, Scribbling Cat, Savvy, Jenny, Amanda, Lisa, and Sarah. Wow. Has anyone out there memorized my patrons? Who is saying them along with me at this point? That means that I've got so many loyal patrons who've been with me for such a long time, and you guys are the real GOAT out there. You rock.